Hey everyone, Taylor here, and today I'm very excited to talk about the NieR Automata demo that just came out on the PlayStation Network not too long ago. Now, I recorded my playthrough of it, and so I'm just going to be talking over the gameplay as well as just sharing my thoughts on NieR Automata because, this is a sequel to a series that really, I think, took a lot of people by surprise when Square Enix announced it at E3 2015, I believe. And I think the really shocking part was that Platinum Games was working on it, because I believe this was previously NieR was just an internally developed game, or maybe they farmed it. I don't know much about NieR. But the one thing I do know is that it was, a game that had a really hardcore dedicated following, had a really kind of weird and crazy story, great music, but the gameplay was a little dull. So who better to bring in to liven up your gameplay than Platinum Games? One of my personal favorite developers, and ever since this game was announced, I've kind of been keeping an eye on it. I didn't really know too much about it, and I haven't really been following it super closely. But when this demo came out, I absolutely had to give it a try because, an RPG from Platinum Games, and I just can't turn it down. I can't get enough of Platinum Games. So, we're jumping right into the gameplay here. And, I gotta say, this immediately just straight up feels like a good old classic Platinum Games title. It's square to do kind of normal weak attacks, and then X to do the strong attacks. Typical Platinum Games, and as you're seeing here, I'm kind of getting my butt kicked. I'm getting used to the controls, and the dash is really interesting because it's not like I kind of expected it to play like a normal Platinum Games title, and what you're seeing there is that typical last-second dodge that Platinum Games is known for. Like in any past Platinum Games title, if you dodge at the last second, it kind of goes into this slowdown mode, and you're able to do a lot of damage. In this, it's something similar. The game won't slow down, but you'll be given like a better combo, and you'll be able to do some moves that you normally wouldn't be able to. So this aspect right here, where they're shooting the red orbs, and it's kind of like a bullet hell in a weird way, seems really interesting. I think there's a lot of potential for some cool fights. Now, I played through this demo 2 or 3 times, and you're gonna see the footage get cut just because I was trying to stitch it together the best way I could. But as I played through this in subsequent playthroughs, the more I played it, the more I got used to kind of how the game maybe expects you to play. Like, not until maybe my second or third playthrough did I realize that you can shoot that gun and attack at the same time, like with your swords, which seems highly effective, as if you're in a group with a lot of those red orbs going around, or if you're simply just trying to take a big enemy down. It's really, really useful. So this is the first mini boss in the game, or at least in this demo. I don't know about the full game. It was sort of strange because it's just this saw, and you're kind of just dodging it, but I felt like I kept getting hit by it, so I don't know if you're just supposed to get out of the way, or do that, again, that last second dodge slowdown type of deal, because there are certainly opportunities for it. But I like the, not only does it have a life meter, but it's clear how much damage you're doing, because the blades on the saw blade are breaking off as you're damaging it, which I think is a really neat, just like a subtle little touch that goes a long way. And it's something I've kind of realized playing through this demo, is that I feel like this is top tier Platinum. We are back in the realm of Bayonetta 2 and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Like, I know their 3 games with Activision had mixed reception, Legend of Korra, Ninja Turtles, and Transformers. I personally really like Transformers. I thought that was a fun game. Probably the best of those 3, and I think if people had to pick a best of those 3, that they would probably agree with that. I'm not sure why. I don't know if you'd think of all the games, Ninja Turtles would lend itself best to the Platinum Games style, but I don't know. Transformers worked really well. Anyway, so we're almost done with this boss fight, and again, they're these little red orbs. Apparently, that was a big thing in the original NieR. A lot of these bullet hell type bosses where you're kind of dancing back and forth while you're trying to damage the enemy, and there's enemies later in this demo that get a little crazier. And there's things I've seen in trailers. Now, who knows if those will even be in the full game? We'll have to wait and see. But this is kind of the first cutscene. So, again, I haven't been following this game, so I don't know what the plot is supposed to be or what happened in the last NieR or anything like that. But this seems to be a game that very much is, you know, these guys are robots and you're NieR Automata. I guess that sort of makes sense. And they don't really have real names, 9S and 2B. Like, I don't know why they're named that. Maybe it reminds me of like Men in Black in a weird way. You remember they were just K or whatever S. I forget what their names were. But maybe it's in a way to kind of just strip their identity down to just be all in on the mission. And we'll get to a little piece of dialogue later where 2B, the character that you play as, she says no emotion. Like they're talking about like being excited that, you know, that they have partners. So, and I want to comment on that, the bridge dropping. That was really, I think, a pretty neat mechanic that has a lot of potential. Like when I first saw that, I was like, oh, like I remember I audibly said like, oh, that's cool. So I wonder if that is just something that happens right then and there, or if that'll happen throughout the game. There's going to be like cool platforming puzzles. And again, very soon, this game does a lot of things that really have me intrigued and they really have me excited, because it's doing a lot of weird stuff with camera angles and just ways you approach combat that I've never really seen in a game, at least not recently. So we'll be getting to that in just a second here. And this is at the point where I kind of realized that you really need to shoot your gun and attack with your swords at the same time, because your gun, I guess, and there was the first kind of dodge super move, your gun can destroy the red orbs, which is really useful, because I imagine later in the game you're probably going to get like these insane like classic side-scrolling shooter like bullet hell sequences where you're gonna have to like dodge and do damage, and I'm sure, you know, like you can see on the bottom right, I'm getting G, or I'm getting money, and throughout the demo, like you'll see right here, I'm picking up more items that I'm guessing will be used to build your gear and stuff like that. Which I'm kind of excited, because Platinum, they've always sort of dabbled with the idea of having RPG mechanics. Like in Bayonetta, you can upgrade certain attacks and stuff like that. But in this game, it seems to be like you're picking up, I think, like machine oil and ore and stuff like that. So it seems like you'll be crafting items. So here's what I was talking about before. Now we're like going side-scrolling here, which is kind of wild, like just so seamlessly, and they don't even explain it. It's not like now you're going to be going in side-scrolling mode. It just happens and you just deal with it, which I love. Like it's just so seamless. It's not overly explained. It just happens and you get it as the player. Oh, I wonder. Yep. So okay, so there's the first like really great super dodge or last second dodge that I got good footage of. So 2B seems to have more moves when you dodge at the last second, which is cool. Let's see here. You have more of these bots, and then soon enough there's going to be these armored guys, or it'll be these same guys, but they have armor on them, so you can't use your gun. You kind of have to attack them first, and then you can do some more damage. So that's neat. And yeah, and the boss at the end is really, really cool. I just think this game has a lot of potential. I think this was just a great demo to show absolutely everything that this game potentially has to offer. So you get a boss fight, you get the normal gameplay, right? Like you get the normal robots that's showing you how that all works. You have these guys, or just enemies that shoot the red orbs. There's a variety of those guys. And then you have sort of the kind of bigger enemies that they hit a little harder, but they're slower. And then one thing I haven't been doing, so I pick up a broken spring there. One thing that I haven't been doing is using healing items. Like, if you pay attention on the bottom right, it keeps saying, you see right here, small recovery item used, 11 remaining. I didn't know you could use items, and I was trying to think, I'm like, how do you do this? And at some point, I think I go into the menu and try to figure it out, but you can do it with the D-pad, which is, I mean, makes total sense. I should have, figured that out. But again, this is a demo that doesn't explain itself just super overtly, which I can kind of appreciate. So I'm not sure what else I can add as far as commentary goes. I think I might just leave the rest of this gameplay for you guys to just enjoy without my commentary. The only other thing I'll say is I really like, at the end, there's a boss fight that's got some really neat, phases, and sorry about that if you heard my phone just buzz. But yeah, it's got some neat phases. It's got like scale, like that boss is just gigantic, which is really neat. In the same way that buzzsaw arm was, a lot bigger than your player character, and yeah, it's just cool. And there's a different way you're gonna fight it. You're gonna get like this little jetpack thing and fly around on it. So there's just so much variety as far as what you can do in this game, as far as how you can tackle the perspective. Soon in a little bit here, there's going to be a top-down section, which is really crazy. This reminds me a lot of Bayonetta 2 in the sense that it always is going to keep you on your toes as far as how you play the game. So I cut right there because I backtracked really, really far. I got lost for a second, but it's cool now. So yeah, it's a lot like Bayonetta 2 in the sense that game just relentlessly throws new things at you throughout the entire game, all the way to the end, in a good way. Like new enemies, new ways to fight enemies, new settings and stuff like that. So NieR Automata seems to be doing the same thing. So yeah, I just said like I was gonna run out of things to say, but again, I think I'll just leave the remainder of this playthrough for you guys to enjoy. And yeah, definitely let me know what you guys thought of the demo if you've played it already, and if you haven't, definitely go give it a try. It's totally free on the PlayStation Network. It's pretty long. Like, you're looking at the runtime of this video. The demo probably took me longer than that because the later half of this demo I knew what I was doing. So you're probably gonna get at least a half an hour out of this thing. So go give it a try. Let me know what you thought of it. If you like this video, just smash that like button, smash that thumbs up button. It'll go a long way. And yeah, if you like this video and you have not subscribed already, definitely make sure you subscribe. I know there's that whole YouTube glitch going on where people are getting unsubscribed, or maybe they're not seeing videos. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I'll be having a playthrough very soon, if not up already, of the Gravity Rush 2 demo that also came out. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, enjoy the rest of this video. Thanks, guys.
status detected on enemies. Close range combat is advised.
I know. I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
Is that?
You mean the bird? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed. There should be another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out? It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Alert. High-power jamming detected. No response from long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out. Is that?
Target enemy detected.
To me!
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy it.
Right. I'll provide support.
Alert. Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
Packing in.
Boost!
9S! Nine
9S black box signal detected. No response to communications.
I'm going after him. Send a support request to command.
Negative. Communications have been jammed.
9S! I have to help 9S. I have to repair him. Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then access the—
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt field repair in
Shut up!
current...
Just do what I say!
2B. Just go.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
HO-229 Flight Unit. Command 677 received. Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Please.
All right.
machines had that kind of intelligence.
To me, I found a weakness in the target, hacking in to provide support. To be the control on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod. Should be able to take it over.
I told you to shut up!
Control of upper arm. Seized from enemy unit. Marking weak point.
Got it. Seize its control system.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden. Enemy unit subjugation complete.
Just die already!
Talk about bringing the battle to them. To be.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No. It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
great.
I don't imagine that this is going to end well. The black box. It's ready.
Right.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
Doobie, it was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.